Ask Not, the Pike-centric short trek just wrapped up, Cam, and I thought we could actually just rank these Pike appearances, or I guess this Pike trilogy that's been going on, because of course we had Q&A, he had an appearance on the bridge, and then he was kind of handing off the keys to a new captaincy in the Trouble with Edward, and of course we actually got him wearing a very strange sort of mask in this one. So this concludes the Pike trilogy from the short treks, I assume.
That mask was magical.
Yeah, but I wonder if we can rank these here. Maybe we'll start from worst, go to first, in our opinion.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what we think of Pike at all. I think we both love Anson Mount's performance.
I want the Anson Mount show now. Make it happen now.
Yes. Why do they keep investing all this time and resources in these actors, especially with like number one and Spock? Because like they have so much chemistry together. It's like, put them on a show. We will eat this all up. And it's also weird because I was looking at the credits for Ask Not, and I noticed that it said starring Anson Mount, Ethan Peck, and Rebecca Romaine.
Yeah.
And then it took a while to get to co-starring, and of course it mentioned Cadet Sidhu as a co-starring person.
Yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
I know agents are involved. I just wonder if they're just teasing us with the possibility of a Pike spinoff here. So for ranking them, Cam, I don't know. What when we start with you? What's last on your list here?
Ask Not.
I'm not asking anything.
Ask not what this short trek can do for you, because it's not going to do it. This one is it's like a nothing. Yeah, well, that's going to be like my case. It's like, it's not bad. I wasn't watching it saying like this is awful. I was just saying like, oh, this just seems like a nothing burger. You know, I was just kind of like, you've got like the majesty of Anson Mount. You've got a pretty cool new character, Sidhu, who I liked, and another new character, the Helmet. Which was pretty awesome on itself.
Cam, this is going to be my cosplay at the next Star Trek convention. I'm going to wear the Anson Mount uniform and then this black mask over my face. People will want to take photos with me.
Bump into walls the whole night. But no, like,
well, I do that every night anyway. So
this felt to me like, you know, sometimes you see like a movie, for example, and on the Blu-ray they'll have like cut opening, and it's like a 3-minute segment opening the movie that they realized was unnecessary. This felt like that sort of thing, where it's like, this was in an episode, but we didn't need it.
Yes. So that was last on my list as well. Yeah. I'll go with my number 2 here. I like Q&A, you know, especially that moments where we have... You were not so much a fan of maybe the singing to Modern Major General, but...
Right. It hit too close to home for me.
I know. Well... Only the fact that you're not modern. That's the only issue, though. But
I haven't gotten to be a general yet.
No, so you're just a major.
Yeah.
So I like these kind of weird, quirky moments that they filled it up with. And then you finally get to the bridge. Anson Mount as Pike is there. And it really filled me with that majesty of the wonder of space. And that was so cool to see. Spock just kind of giving that little bit of a grin out of the corner of his jaw. You know, it had so many great little character moments there. This is the kind of stuff, if it's small in scale, which of course Ask Not was, I think that, you know, doing Q&A is the way that you should do like kind of a small scale story.
Which was also like an isolated location for most of it. And yet... You said it, character moments. It had lots of them. We got to learn more about number 1, who suddenly became a really dynamic character, and maybe want to see her on, you know, as a lead on a show that much more. Whereas, like, Ask Not doesn't have really any character moments that are that interesting.
Cam, I just think he wanted Spock wearing that mask in Q&A the whole time. I think that's what's really here.
I want, like, a Spock's Brain crossover where they put that helmet on him afterwards.
Okay, so is this your number 2 as well?
Yeah, number 2 for sure.
Do we both agree what our number 1 is?
Trouble with Edward, which is the latest Tribble story, which actually has some themes to it. It feels very, or at least it looks expensive. Like, it looks like there's actual production value. But not only that, it feels like when they sat down to put it together, they were like, what's our story? What is our actual story we want to tell? What themes do we want to touch on? What are these new characters we're going to introduce, and how are we going to introduce them and make them interesting for like 10 minutes of screen time? And they actually pulled it off, whereas like I look at like Ask Not and I'm like, what did they think?
Do you know what was missing though from Ask Not is a Tribble cereal.
True.